Namaste, Jai Bharat. Wherever there are internal problems, either student agitation or this agitation or that agitation against the government. There are cases, say Nepalese instance, Bangladesh instance, many other places. I don't want to specify. Where to control the crowd, the police, army, whichever is the force, were firing rubber bullets. But then, recent incident I have in my mind. Rubber bullets they fired, but then something to the tune of 20 to 40 people died. Now, this, of course, is a contradiction. You're firing a rubber bullet and people die to this number, and the people those who died are not those who were in front of the crowd, but those who were among the crowd, amidst, behind, middle, etc. And then, of course, they found they were killed by NATO bullets, metallic bullets. That evidently says that when this crowd was moving, when the authority they were trying to control them using rubber bullets, there were snipers placed elsewhere in disguise or in whichever pattern, and they fired at them. Killing people. Now this has obviously intentions which are very nefarious. This they repeated in many places. If you take cases where insurgency or agitation and mass movement took place, where they used firing rubber bullets, then people died. And people did not die of rubber bullets, they died of this particular NATO bullets. And where these NATO bullets came, who put them there? It's a question to be asked by people, those who want to know it, and try and get answered this question by yourselves with all kinds of understanding analysis. I will make no suggestions because those who listen to this are definitely above average people, above average intelligent people. Because I don't speak anything funny, I don't speak any comedy, and I don't try to make things show off things. So those who happen to hear, which are very rare, and I don't insist as well, have a definite amount of understanding, maturity, level of understanding. So they will be able to understand. These things are meant for such people. Now this thing is there. Now, this had been long realized by our administration in Bharat. So there were instructions, as I understand. I have no evidence. I haven't heard anyone saying this. But they were given instructions that do not resort to firing rubber, whatever. Use sticks. Lathis we call in Hindi. You use other means to control. Don't fire. So these snipers, I don't know if the NATO guns could be easily smuggled into Bharat, which is not possible. Which is not so easily possible. But then these instructions were given, and there were problems, So there were this farmer agitation. What kind of an anachronistic thing it is? If I've closely observed this farmers agitation, and I haven't seen any farmer among them. There were many tractors going up and down, and they had huge mess, automated roti making machines, evening bottles of liquor, and I haven't seen real farmers among them. Farmers do not have time to go for this politicking. They don't. A farmer is very, very respectable in our society because we call him as a food giver in that sense. So farmers' agitation, we could control in our own manner. Then there was an agitation against Citizen Amendment Act, which was absolutely baseless and spuriously created. That also could get contained in its own manner. So our methods of controlling these things were entirely contradictory to the expectations of these agencies. Then, of course, we successfully controlled the fund flow because we could check the NGOs and such agencies who keep receiving money from abroad. No, we wanted it to be somehow get them accountable for all those things, and of course. So the point is, rubber bullets were fired by the government and people were killed by real bullets of NATO. Now please try to understand who is where, doing what, for whose sake, and for whatever interest. Please try to see. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Sri Ram.